Hello all, welcome back to Pabbly Connect. So in this video, we are going to understand how to create HubSpot contact on contact form 7 submission. So do you also wish to create HubSpot contacts in minutes without any manual efforts? Then this video is definitely for you. So ahead, I want the same. So I manage an interior designing service business and we use contact form 7 on our website to collect more inquiries from our potential clients. So now what I want is that as soon as a new form submission is made for the same, I want to automatically create a contact in my HubSpot with these same details. So in order to do this, we are going to create a connection between contact form 7 and HubSpot. But as you know that contact form 7 and HubSpot doesn't have any native connection. So in order to create this connection without knowing any programming or coding language, we are going to use Pabbly Connect. It is an amazing automation software. So do you also wish to learn this process step by step? Then let me take you to my computer screen. Welcome to my screen. So as you know, in this video we are going to understand how to create a HubSpot contact on contact form 7 submission. So as you know that I manage an interior design business and we use contact form 7 for our website to capture inquiries from potential clients. So to streamline our lead management, I want to set up an automation that automatically creates a new contact in HubSpot as soon as a new submission is made through contact form 7. So this ensures that client details like project requests and inquiries are automatically recorded in HubSpot without the need of manual data entry. So as you know that contact form 7 is a popular plugin of WordPress that allows users to create customized forms for capturing customer inquiries and leads, whereas HubSpot is a powerful CRM platform that helps businesses to manage their customer relationships and track interactions and automate marketing effort. But as you also know that HubSpot and contact form 7 doesn't have any native connection. So in order to connect both of this, we are going to use Pabbly Connect. So in order to do this, I've already opened the landing page of Pabbly simply by searching pabbly.com/connect in my browser. It is very easy. So as soon as we're going to open the landing page of Pabbly, we're going to get two options. One is sign in and the other one is sign up for free. So if you're a new user, you can click on sign up for free and you're going to get 100 of hours free every month. But I'm an existing user, so I'm going to click on sign in right over here. And as soon as we're going to click on sign in, it is opening all Pabbly apps. Over here you can see all the tools and applications offered by Pabbly. But in today's video, we're going to use Pabbly Connect because we are connecting different applications. And over here in our case, it is HubSpot and contact form 7. So in order to access our Pabbly Connect account, I'm going to click on access now. And as soon as we're going to click on access now right over here, it is opening my dashboard. And to start with this automation, we are going to click on this button which says create workflow. And now it is asking me the workflow name and the folder I want to save the workflow in. So over here I want to save the workflow in this folder which is automations, and I want to name my workflow as how to create HubSpot contact on contact form 7 submission. Basically integration between contact form 7 to HubSpot. So now after doing this, we are going to click on create, and as soon as we're going to click on create, it is opening the most important window of our automation, which is our workflow window. So this is the most important window because we have trigger and action in this. Trigger means when this happens and action means do this. So by this you can understand that the trigger is the commander for the workflow and actions for the commands. And as you know that we can have only a single commander but multiple followers. So over here we can have only a single trigger but multiple actions following the commands of our trigger. So by this you can finally understand that the actions are response towards the command given by our trigger. And in order to start with our automation, we have to select our trigger application. So for my trigger application, we are going to select it as contact form 7. So I'm going to search for contact form 7 right over here, and as you can see the same, so we're going to select it. And as soon as we're going to select the trigger application, it is asking me for the trigger event. So basically trigger event is the event on which the workflow will start. So over here I want that as soon as a new form submission is made, my workflow should be triggered or started. So I'm going to select the same trigger event, and as soon as we're going to do the same, it is giving me a webhook URL and few steps. So what we're going to do is first we're going to copy this webhook URL and then we're going to follow all of these steps in order to connect our contact form 7 account with our Pabbly's workflow. So what I'm going to do is first I'm going to copy this and then we're going to read this, and it is saying install and activate the contact form 7 plugins from the plugin section in the WordPress dashboard. Okay, and then it is saying click on the edit option for a particular form in form section in WordPress dashboard and then navigate to webhook section and then check the send to webhook checkbox. So I'm going to follow follow the same. I'm going to open my contact form 7, and as you can see that this is my contact form 7, and over here you can see that I've opened my WordPress account. So I have did this because contact form 7 is a plugin of WordPress. So now upon doing this, you can see that I've already installed this contact form 7 plugin. If you haven't installed this, you have to go on this plugins and then install this plugin and activate it. And now after installing this, we have to go on the forms, and as you can see, multiple forms which I have previously created. But I'm going to create this automation only for a particular form, which is this inquiry form for interior designing services. So I'm going to click on edit right over here, and you have to select your form and click on edit there. And as you can see that this is my form, and now we have to go on this webhook right from here, and then we are going to check box this to send to webhook. And now it is asking me for the webhook URL. So we're going to paste the URL which we copied from our workflow right over here. And after doing both of this, I'm going to scroll down and click on save. And as soon as we're going to click on save right over here, yes, you can see that we have successfully added the webhook URL right over here. And after adding this webhook URL, we have successfully connected our contact form 7 account with our Pabbly's workflow. And now after connecting this, it is saying waiting for a webhook response, and in the notes it is saying now log into the application where you have added the webhook URL and do a test submission / record. So what we have to do is we have to open our contact form 7. We have to open the form which we connected right now with our workflow, and there we have to do a form submission in order to capture this webhook response. So I'm going to do the same. I'm going to open my form right from here, and as you can see that this is my form. So I'm going to do the test submission. So let's say for the full name, I'm going to keep it as demo user. For the email, we are going to keep it as demo user 88@pabblytunes.com, and then for the phone number, I'm going to keep it as this. And after entering all of these details, it is saying what you would like us to design. So I'm going to keep it as hotel right over here, and then click on submit. And as soon as we're going to click on submit right over here, yes, you can see that it is saying thank you for your message, it has been sent. So this means that we have successfully submitted this, and we have successfully did a test submission. And now what does this means is that contact form 7 has sent the details of our test submission to our workflow. So I'm going to open my workflow and check that if Pabbly has captured the response for the same or not. So I'm going to open my workflow, and yes, you can see that Pabbly has captured response A. Over here you can see all the details received. Over here you can see the name, the email, over here you can see the preference, and also the phone number which we entered. So now after entering all of these details, yes, we have successfully received the response, and with this we have successfully completed our trigger step. And now what will happen is that as soon as a new form submission is made in my contact form 7, automatically Pabbly is going to capture the response. And after completing this, we are going to move on towards our action step. And now for my action application, we are going to select it as HubSpot. So I'm going to look for HubSpot right over here, and as you can see HubSpot CRM, so we're going to select it. And after selecting this, it is asking me for the action event. So we're here, we are going to select the action event as create a contact, because I want that as soon as a new form submission is made in my contact form 7, automatically our contacts get created in my HubSpot CRM. So now after doing this, we are going to click on connect, and as soon as we're going to do this, it is asking me to add a new connection or select the existing connection. So if you have already connected your HubSpot CRM account with your Pabbly's workflow, you can click on select existing connection and then save. But if you haven't, you have to follow me, click on add a new connection, and then we have to click on this button which says connect with HubSpot CRM. And as soon as we're going to click on this button right over here, yes, you can see over here my 3 accounts. So I'm going to select one account from this only, which is Pabbly. I'm going to select my account right from here, and after selecting my account, it is asking me for some permissions. So now after giving the permissions, yes, you can see that we have successfully connected our HubSpot CRM account with our Pabbly's workflow. So as you can see that this was really easy because I've already logged in my HubSpot CRM. So yes, it is always advised to log in your applications before starting with the automation. And now after getting this connected, over here you can see that it is asking me for many details. So yes, we're going to fill in all the details required or the details which we had of our lead. So over here you can see that we have the email of our lead. So I'm going to enter the email of my lead right over here, but we are not going to enter it manually, but instead we are going to map it. So you must be wondering, what is mapping? So mapping is a method by Pabbly which means inserting the data from the previous step. And as you know, our previous step was the trigger step where we selected contact form 7 as our trigger application. So we're going to map the details from the response of our trigger application only. And as soon as we're going to map these details, automatically my details will turn dynamic and change with every new response received. So over here I'm going to give you an example that it is asking me for the email, right? So let's suppose that I'm going to enter the email right over here manually. manually by typing it like this, which is demo user 88@pabblytudes.com. So let's suppose that we're going to enter it like this manually, then this will not change with every new response received because this is a static information and we have entered it manually. But if we're going to map this from the previous response, then this will definitely change because my previous response will also change. So that's why we do mapping right over here to run our workflow in real time. And after mapping the email, we are going to move on forward and map another detail. So yes, you can see first name. So yes, we have the name of our lead. So we can map this. So I'm going to look for name in the previous response, and as you can see the same, so we're going to map it. But as you can notice that this is not the first name, right? This is the full name, which is demo user. But over here it is only asking me for the first name. So what we have to do is we have to split this full name into first name and last name. And in order to do this, we are going to move on forward, and over here between our trigger and action, we're going to add another action step. And then for the action application, we're going to select it as text formatter by Pabbly. So text formatter is a feature by Pabbly which helps you to format the text. And now for the action event, we are going to select it as split text and click on connect. So basically I've did this because I want to split the full name into first name and last name. So it is asking me for the text to split. So I'm going to map the name right over here. It is saying separator. So we're going to read the help text. So it is saying enter the characters or word separators to split the text. For space as separator, use this space. So I'm going to copy this and then we're going to paste it right over here because I want to use space as the separator. And now for the segment index, I'm going to select it as all and click on save and send test request. And as soon as we're going to click on save and send test request, over here you can see demo user. So yes, with this we have successfully splitted the full name into first name and last name. And now we're going to map these same details right over here in our HubSpot step. We are going to map the first name from the response of our text formatter by Pabbly. Result you can see demos. We're going to map it. We're going to move on forward and map the last name too. So I'm going to look for last name right over here, and as you can see over here is the last name, so we're going to map this too. I'm going to look for the response, and as you can see users, we are going to map it. Now we're going to map the phone number. I'm going to open the response and map the phone number. And after mapping all of these details, we are going to move on forward and click on save and send test request. So as you can notice that I only filled in the details which were required or the details which I had of my lead. And after doing this, yes, you can see that we have successfully received a positive response, that we have successfully created a new contact in our HubSpot with the same details received from our contact form 7. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to open my HubSpot and check for the new contact created. So I'm going to open my HubSpot right from here, and as soon as we're going to open the HubSpot, we're going to refresh this page to check for the new contact created. And yes, you can see a new contact created which is name demo user. You can see the same email address which we entered and the same phone number. So yes, with this we have successfully completed our workflow, and we have successfully added the details from new form submission in our contact form 7 to our HubSpot. But I'll just test this workflow once, and this time I'm going to give you a real-time example. So what we're going to do is I'm going to open my form again, and we're going to do another test submission and check that if our workflow is running in real time or not. So for the full name, I'm going to keep it as test user. For the email, we are going to keep it as test user 88@pabblytudes.com. So I'm going to enter it. For the phone number, I'm going to keep it as this, and it is saying what you would like to design. So I'm going to keep it as office, and then we're going to click on submit again. And as soon as we're going to click on submit right over here, with this we have successfully did another test submission, and it is saying thank you for your message, it has been sent. And now this means that contact form 7 has sent the details of our test submission to our workflow. Pabbly captured the response, triggered the workflow, and further created a new contact in our HubSpot with the same details received from here. But this time we are not going back to our workflow and click on save and send test request. I'll directly open my HubSpot and check for the new contact created without any manual efforts. So I'm going to open my HubSpot, and we're going to refresh this contacts page to check for the new contact created. And yes, you can see a new contact created, name test user. You can see the same email address which we entered, and yes, over here I can see the same phone number. So yes, upon adding all of these details, we have successfully completed our workflow, and I'll just summarize this workflow for you once. So for the trigger application, we selected contact form 7. For the trigger event, we selected new form submission. For the action applications, we selected text formatter by Pabbly and HubSpot CRM, because I wanted that as soon as a new form submission is made in my contact form 7, automatically a contact should be created in my HubSpot CRM too. So yes, this ensures that all the client details and project requests or inquiries are automatically recorded in my HubSpot without the need of manual data entry. By automating this process, we save time, reduce errors, and maintain an organized database, which helps us to follow up promptly and deliver more efficient and personalized service to our clients. And yes, we were successful with our workflow too. Over here, you can see the 2 contacts I created during this video with the help of my workflow. So yes, this was it for the video, and if you have any questions related to the video or the workflow, you can directly comment on this video. And for your reference, I'll just clone this workflow and share the workflow link in the description box so that you can access my workflow. I hope this video was helpful for you. Thank you for watching. So not only these applications, but with the help of Pabbly Connect, you can integrate many more applications. So if you have any doubts, you can reach us at support@pabbly.com. If you have any queries, you can reach us at forum.pabbly.com. And if you have any pricing related issues, you can follow this website. And if you find our videos helpful, do like and subscribe our channel. Thank you for watching.